All right, section 1.4 is on unit conversion. So the basic idea with unit conversion is if I know, for example, that 1 inch is defined to be 2.54 centimeters, and I want to know how many meters are in a mile. So let's start with 1 mile, and I want to convert that to meters. The way that we proceed is we're going to multiply by 1. So I'm going to take 1 mile, and I know how many feet are in a mile, or how many yards, either way. There are 5,280 feet in 1 mile. So now if I divide by 1 mile, I have 5,280 feet over 1 mile is equal to 1. And we can multiply by 1 without changing the value of a number. So I'm going to multiply here, 5,280 feet in 1 mile. All right, that doesn't get us to the units we want though, right? So I also know that there are 12 inches in 1 foot. So 12 inches divided by 1 foot is equal to 1. And I gave you the definition of an inch in terms of centimeters. So I have that 1 inch is equal to 2.54 centimeters. All right, this is what I learned as the railroad track method. You draw a line to separate your numerator and your denominator. And you have these lines to separate each conversion factor. So it took me a couple of conversion factors to get to from miles to centimeters. I still haven't gotten to meters, right? I'm going to have to convert again. So one meter is 100 centimeters, right? That's what the root word centi means, right? Like century, 100. So now if we want to calculate 1 mile in meters, it's going to be equal to, well, the miles cancel, feet cancel, inches cancel, centimeters cancel, and we're left with meters. So we're left with 5,280 times 12 times 2.54 divided by 100 meters. This should be 1609. I'll plug it in the calculator and see what we come out with. It comes out to 1609.344 meters. All right, which is approximately 1,609 meters, which is what we typically use as our conversion factor for miles to meters. The way that I've done it is precise. Each one of these is a definition. We're not talking about significant figures yet, but I'm going to do that in the next video, and we'll see why that's significant. All right, so let's, what else might we want to convert? Let's convert RPMs. So let's say our car is revving at 2,500 RPMs. And we want to know how many times each second the crankshaft is turning. All right, so what does RPM mean? That's revolution per minute. All right, and remember we said that per means divide. So we've got revolution per minute. One revolution, or we'll go ahead and plug in our number. We've got 2,500 revolutions each minute. And now for our conversion factor, in 1 minute, there are 60 seconds. And we're left with 41.67 revolutions each second. Our standard for second is S, but sometimes I write SEC, and that's just a habit I picked up in the Navy. They use SEC. Revolutions per second. What if, well, I don't want to get into radians yet. We'll talk about radians when we do something with rotation. Again, this is something that's fairly straightforward. You just start with your initial, and then you have a conversion factor. As many conversion factors as you need until you get to your goal.